Hello everyone, this is Dina and today is Tuesday, September the 4th, and it's late. It's after 11 and I'm about to go to bed, but I just want to share with you what I have been able to accomplish in the last couple of days. I've been stitching on Christmas Quaker 2. You know, I'm pushing for a finish on this one, so I have given it as much time as I could eke out in the last 2 days, and I have made a great deal of progress. I'm very pleased to be able to share with you what I've done. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to work on some of my other whips just to give my mind a rest and my hands a rest. And I'm getting my hair cut and just doing some other things tomorrow and Thursday. So rather than do a little bit of stitching on one of these projects that I'm trying to push to a finish, I'm going to take that time to work on a different one, a different whip. So I'll share that with you when I'm done. But I'm going to pause now and turn the camera around and show you what I've been able to accomplish on the Quaker Christmas too. And I want to thank so many of you for your comments from my last video where you are wishing me the best of luck in finishing this in the month of September. So I can't wait to share with you what I got done these 2 days. I'll turn it around and show you how far I've come. Here is Christmas Quaker 2 and the progress that has been made. So I will see if I can point out what I have actually stitched in the last 2 days. See if I can get you closer. I started right here with this motif. That was the first thing I did. Moved over, picked up this one, and this one. I have done this little manger scene and this pretty leaf and Christmas tree motif. A couple of little snowflakes here. Came up here and grabbed this deer, this motif, and this motif, which are very similar to each other, but just slightly different. Have gotten the snowman done. And I came over here, I went ahead and stitched the block for the year. In the pattern, it actually says 2012, because that's when it was released, I guess. And I actually hesitated about putting the 2018 on the piece yet, because I didn't want to jinx myself. But I thought, well, if I don't finish it for some unknown reason before the end of the year, I can always frog the 8 and put a 9 in there if I don't finish it till next year. So I went ahead and put it in so I didn't have to remember to go back and do something. And then I finished up the evening with this motif actually. Now, before I started moving all the way over here, I had put in Silent Night, and I had done this bottom motif. So this is the second one I've done now on the bottom. So this is marking the bottom as we go along. So I think that here, all the way across over to here. I think that's a good accomplishment for 2 days. I'm very pleased with myself. And I think you can tell this is all the empty space I have left. And looking at my pattern, there are 7 large motifs, 6 small motifs, and the words "Away in a Manger" and "Deck the Halls" go in here. So I think I have 3 more days this month set aside to work on Quaker Christmas too. I'm hoping that within 3 days I would be able to finish it based on what I've been able to do in the last 2 days. So I'll back away and let you see it one more time. Now, if I get to work on it again, of course, I will come back and show you the progress. Thanks for letting me share it with you. Happy stitching. Hello everyone, this is Dina. Welcome back to my channel. Today is September the 6th and it is Thursday. And I am here with just a rotation update for you. I've been working on Nantucket Rose. This is what she looks like. And I had gotten down right across here. I had not done the basket, but I had done her sleeves. And I had started on this road. And I had a tiny, tiny bit of the trees done here the last time you saw it. I don't remember if I've shown it to you since I did that one little side of her roof. But that's where I picked up this time. So, I'll show you where I am now. Here is Nantucket Rose. I went ahead and worked all the way across, and I did the trees and the house all the way across, including even the windows and the back stitching on the panes for the windows. So I've made it all the way across the picture, and now I just have to kind of go back and pick back up about right here where I left off. But I have made it all the way across. So I'm very tickled with that. I'm pleased with that rotation. It was only a couple of days. And I will tell you something. I realized that the last time I stitched on this piece, I was stitching at Panera Bread. And I had just met Kim, one of my round robin partners. And we were talking and stitching. And when I picked up Nantucket Rose to do this time, I left off right over here, just had done the dark part of the tree there. And I looked at my pattern and I looked at my symbols to pick back up and realized that the darkness here and here, I had misread. I had misread the number. Instead of 794, I had picked up 924. It was horrible. Anyway, I did not want to have to frog all that out. And there's dark green over on the side next to the lady, Rose. So I decided I was just going to leave it in there. I like it. And I look back at the pattern today, and I think it looks a little washed out. So I actually like this accident better. I think it looks pretty. It's interesting to me too, if you see this picture, which is showing very true. Let me show them to you side by side if I can. And then you see the actual greenery here. When we say that pictures do not do these things justice, that is a perfect example. That looks kind of orange and yellow. It's not orange and yellow at all. Don't know why it kind of looks that way in the picture, but all but this darkest green is the right color, and I think it's beautiful. I love how the house came out. It's several different colors, and they're all hodgepodged in there together to look sort of like brick or stone, and I just think it's a lovely effect. I really like the way it's nestled in the bushes there and the background. So that's my 2 days are up for Nantucket Rose. I just wanted to touch her once in a rotation this month, so I'd still be getting a little progress on her because I am trying to concentrate, on working my other two pieces toward a finish, but I didn't want to ignore everything else. So those were my 2 days, and I felt really good about the progress. Getting all the way across was my little short-term goal, and I met it, and so I'm very happy about that. So I will bid you adieu for now, and I'm going to get busy on a new start. Yes, you heard me right. Even though I'm pushing things to a finish, I think you probably will remember I have one piece left to do in my hometown holiday series, and it is the train station. And I am going to be starting it tomorrow because I'm going to a stitching meetup on Saturday, Lord willing. And I am planning on taking that with me. It is the smallest thing I'm working on, and I think that's what I would like to do. So I'll take that with me to work on Saturday, and in order to have it ready, we'll get it started tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So thank you for letting me show you my progress on Nantucket Rose, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy stitching, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Dina, and today is Sunday, September the 9th, 2018. I'm here today to give you an update. I have a finish. Don't get excited, it's not Sleeping Beauty. But it is exciting in its own way. I have been working on the series for the Hometown Holidays from Little House Needleworks, and this is the train station. This is the pattern for it, what it's to look like when it's finished. And I started this on Friday. I took it with me to a Saturday stitching meetup, and I worked on it while I was there. And then today I put the finishing stitches in. So this is my Little House Needlework fire station, or train station, sorry. Train station. I have not ironed it yet. I'll steam out these little holes where I had it attached to my little frame. But I am very pleased with this. I took the time to railroad those white stitches. I hope that you can see how straight they are. Stephanie, I'm trying to do well. I'm trying to do good like you do. Anyway, here it is. And I'm so tickled because it's not just the finish of this one piece. It's the finish of the series. For me, I did 14 of them. And I am going to finish them before Christmas, fully finish them as flat folds. That is my plan anyway. So what a wonderful finish. I will record this and put it in my Stitch from Stash budget, but I just wanted to share it with you, and that way tomorrow I can get started on my first session of the month on Sleeping Beauty. I will tell you a little secret. There's a huge mistake in this. Huge to me. If you were to take the pattern and look at it like one of those pictures that you're supposed to spot the 5 things or 10 things that are different, that sort of thing, you probably would see it. But what happened is I went over too far with this white house. I went over a couple of columns too far, stitches too far up and down, because of how I went over too far on the roof underneath it. There was should be a blank space or two in there. Anyway, it worked out. As it turned out, I was able to just go ahead and stitch the house wider. It's the house for the train station. So it came right up next to the scarf. But you know what? It looks fine. And when you look at the pattern, if you can even see it, if it will get clear enough, there's only two blanks for stitches there. And so it looks almost identical. So I felt like that was one of those errors that I'm just going to leave in there and let go. It didn't harm the picture in any way. It didn't cause anything else to get out of whack. And I had already stitched over here. I did all of this first because it was such a fiddly piece. You know, it had 2 or 3 stitches of color and change, 2 or 3 stitches and change. All these little bits and pieces of red around here and green here and there, here and over here and over here. I did all this first because I felt like when I went to stitch at the meetup, I would want to have blocks of color. And normally when you stitch with people, you have to be really careful. That's when you have to frog. And if it had affected the design, I would have had to frog some of that house. But I just kept it, and I think it looks okay. So that's my confession. I challenge you to show us your errors. You know you have them. I think there's probably an error in everything that I do of some sort. And if I can work around it, I work around it. If I can't, I frog it. But in this case, I just worked with it. I really wanted to get this finished today. I'm so glad I did. Thank you for letting me share it with you. It's very late. In fact, probably by the time I'm filming at this point, it's probably tomorrow. But I'm going to bed now. And I just wanted to share that with you and let you know how excited I am that I've got that whole series finished. So that was a pretty big thing for me. That was one of my goals for the month. So that one's been met. So now I will start tomorrow on Sleeping Beauty, and I'll see how far I get with her, and I'll give you an update. Happy stitching, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello, everyone. This is Gina. I'm here sharing with you my Christmas Quaker 2 up to the point where I am this evening. Today is Saturday, and this is the 15th of September. So, it is the middle of the month, and I usually put up a video about that time. And I have been focusing on 2 whips to the point where I have very little else to show you because I'm focusing on a finish for both of them. This is the first one. This is my Christmas Quaker 2. And as you can see, I have been working hard on it. I have finished from this point here, in this little alcove here, this motif, these 2, and I've done all of the word at the bottom. That's the whole bottom of the piece now. There's a tiny motif that has a leg of it down here. And I've done this large motif and this large motif all today. Now I will be working on this again tomorrow. I don't know whether I will have enough time tomorrow to finish because there are 3 very large motifs. One here, a pear tree here, and a large semi or half of a octagon there. Then there are 2 small motifs up here, kind of medium size, I guess. And then there's another one of these below here. And there's a couple of other small motifs here, and there's words right here, deck the halls. But as you can see, in the grand scheme of things, I am very, very near a finish with this one. So I'm still gonna push myself to try to finish this by the end of the month. I just wanted to share it with you today. And the other piece that I have been focused on trying to finish is Sleeping Beauty. So I'm going to pause the camera and move this out of the way and let you see where I've gotten to on Sleeping Beauty. Okay, here's Sleeping Beauty. I have made great progress on Sleeping Beauty. I've been working really hard on it. I have gotten both of these little swags of flowers done in here, and I'll get a little closer so you can see. I've come over here and I've done a little bit more of these folds here in this beautiful coverlet here. I have finished all of this draping here. I think it may be of a coat that she's wearing or part of her bedspread, but I think it's a coat that she's wearing. And I finished all of it till it now runs into this fold here. And this has some swags of flowers across, and then this little section here will come down and meet another piece of fabric that's going to come across here. There's still a good bit to do, but as you can see, it is going well. It's just a lot of stitching. But I am finished with this really delicate piece here where you can see all those swirls for beads. They go all the way to the bottom. And I have that done. So I'm very excited about that part. So now all I have to do to finish is to finish this fabric coming across here, this fabric that's going to come down here to meet it, and the little bit of flowers that go across, and the rest of this border right here. So I still think that I may be able to finish this stitching in September as well. That is my goal. I may focus just on these two pieces until I do finish, but my hopes are that I could finish my Quaker Christmas 2 with about 2 days of stitching, and then focus on Sleeping Beauty until she's finished, and then use the rest of the month to stitch on my other whips. I had originally planned to take a break in between these two by working on my other whips, but I found that when I tried to change to do that, I felt like I was potentially pushing out my goal because I was stitching on something else before this was finished. So I will see how next week goes, but I'm hoping by my next video to have a finish on these, both of these. So wish me luck, and that I will be able to meet those goals. And now I will put in a little video, not a video, but some pictures of our trip with our senior citizens at our church. Their group is called Adults with Seniority, and we were asked to go with them to a local, well, not so local, it's about an hour away, restaurant called the Blue Willow, and it's in a Social Circle, Georgia, and we went with them to kind of chaperone their trip. So you will see pictures of us with the group, fairly large group that went with us that day. And it just so happened that the man who is responsible for organizing these trips, it was his birthday. So you may see some happy birthday signs as well. But enjoy the pictures, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.